Welcome to Tungal First PU online classes. Today we will discuss here some important theorems. These theorems having the more applications. So first we will discuss here what is here perpendicular axis theorem. First I am discussing the perpendicular axis theorem. Listen, what is the perpendicular axis theorem? First I am explaining in the mathematical form. Using this I am writing the statement. We will understand clearly. First I am explaining the mathematical form. Using this mathematical form we are writing the statement, means we can understand clearly. So first listen here, this is the plane lamina or planar body. Plane lamina or planar body. Here the moment of inertia about the z axis. This is I am consider the z axis. Now the moment of inertia about the z axis I want to find here. Now this is I am consider the z axis, this is I am consider the x axis. Now this is I am consider as a y axis. These three are perpendicular to each other, but this x comma y axis are into the plane. They are into the plane, but z is what is here perpendicular to the plane. Just this is a board is there, on the board xy axis is there, but perpendicular to the board what will be there, z axis is there. Always z axis we are showing like this, we are showing like this, right? This is a in this here what is there, plane xy is there, perpendicular to this plane z axis is there. Similarly on the board xy axis is there, perpendicular to the board here like this z axis is there. Means xy axis are lies in the plane, z is here what is there, perpendicular to the plane. These two are x comma y axis are lies in the plane, z axis is perpendicular to the plane. Now I want to find the moment of inertia about the z axis. The moment of inertia about the z axis I am consider as a Iz. The moment of inertia of a plane lamina or this planar body. The moment of inertia of a planar body about z axis I want to find here. About z axis I am consider as a Iz. About x axis I am consider as a what is here, Ix. About y axis I am consider as a Iy. Ix and Iy are the moment of inertia of a planar what is here, plane lamina or planar body. Plane lamina or planar body about x and y axis we written what is written here, Ix and Iy. Now the moment of inertia of a plane lamina about x and y axis I am written as what is there, Ix and Iy. About z axis can be written as Iz. Iz means moment of inertia of a plane lamina about z axis. Ix means moment of inertia of a plane lamina about x axis. Iy means moment of inertia of a plane lamina about what is here, y axis. This is meaning of Iy. Now here what is the here mathematical form of perpendicular axis theorem. What is the mathematical form of perpendicular axis theorem? That can be written as here what is I am written here, Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy. This is a mathematical form. Simply we are written what is here, Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy. This is the what is here mathematical form of perpendicular axis theorem. Means the moment of inertia about z axis is equal to sum of the moment of inertia about x axis and what is here about x axis and about what is here, y axis. Right, this is called as a here mathematical form of Iz is equal to can be written as Ix plus Iy. This is a here what is their statement or mathematical form. This is not a statement, this is a mathematical form of what is here perpendicular axis theorem. Means the moment of inertia of a plane lamina about z axis is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia of plane lamina about x axis and about what is here y axis. So what is I am writing here, Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy. Right, this is we have written the what is here mathematical form. What is I am written mathematical form here? This is Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy. Suppose I want to find the moment of inertia about z axis, means we have to add the moment of inertia about x axis and moment of inertia about what is their y axis. When adding these two, it can give the moment of inertia about z axis. Right, what is the statement of this one? How to write the statement of this one? Now I am writing here using this mathematical concept. I am writing the statement. We know that x and y axis are lies in the plane, z is what is here perpendicular to the plane. This concept we have to first here remember. Means x y axis are lies in the plane, z axis is what is here perpendicular to the plane. Now the moment of inertia about z axis is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia about x axis and what is here y axis. So next I am writing here statement. The mathematical using this mathematical form I am writing the statement. What is the statement here? The moment of inertia of a plane lamina. The moment of inertia of a plane lamina. The moment of inertia of a what is here plane lamina. Moment of inertia of a plane lamina or planar body, you can write anyway. Plane lamina, moment of inertia of a plane lamina about an axis. About an axis perpendicular to its plane. Perpendicular to its plane. Means what is the meaning of this one? Listen. The moment of inertia of a plane lamina about an axis perpendicular to its plane. Means the moment of inertia of a plane lamina about which axis? Z axis. Z axis is perpendicular to the plane. Here the moment of inertia of a plane lamina about an axis perpendicular to the plane is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia about two axes. Sum of the moment of inertia of a plane lamina. Sum of the moment of inertia of a plane lamina about two axes. About two axes perpendicular to each other. About two axes perpendicular to each other in its own plane. Listen, in its own plane. The moment of inertia of a plane lamina about an axis perpendicular to the plane, perpendicular to its plane. The moment of inertia of a plane lamina about an axis perpendicular to its plane means about z axis. This is the meaning of about z axis. Is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia of a plane lamina about two axes. About two axes means about x axis and about y axis. Moment of inertia of a plane lamina about two axes perpendicular to each other means x and y axis are perpendicular to each other in its own plane, means this x and y axis are lies in the one plane. Right, here what is here? The sum of the moment of inertia of a plane lamina about two perpendicular axes means about x axis and about y axis. These two axes are lies in its own plane and intersecting These two axes are intersecting each other. X and y axes are intersecting each other at a point. Intersecting each other at a point means x and y axes are intersecting at a point, that is I am considered as a O point. Intersecting at a point where the axis perpendicular to the plane lamina, passing through it. This is a statement. Listen, once again I will explain this statement and what is their mathematical form. Listen here. This z-axis I am considered the perpendicular to the plane. It is not into the plane, it is perpendicular to the plane. Now x comma y axis are I am taking into the plane, but this x and y axis are perpendicular to each other. They are perpendicular to each other in the plane, but this z axis is perpendicular to the plane. It is not into the plane, it is perpendicular to the plane. The moment of inertia about z axis can be written as Iz is equal to, can be written as sum of the moment of inertia about x axis and about y axis. So simply we are writing Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy. Using this mathematical form I am writing the statement. What is I am writing the statement here? The moment of inertia of a plane lamina or this planar body or plane lamina. The moment of inertia of a plane lamina or planar body about an axis perpendicular to the plane. About an axis perpendicular to the plane meaning about z axis. About an axis perpendicular to the plane meaning about z axis. The moment of inertia of a plane lamina about an axis perpendicular to the plane nothing but a Iz is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia of plane lamina. Is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia of plane lamina about two axes. About two axes means about x axis and about y axis. Sum of the moment of inertia of a plane lamina about two axes perpendicular to each other means x and y axes are perpendicular to each other in its own plane. This x and y axes are lies in the plane. Z is not lies in the plane, it is perpendicular to the plane. Lies in its own plane and intersecting each other means this x and y axes are intersecting each other at a point. They are intersecting at O point, where the axis perpendicular to the plane lamina passing through it. Means here through this point, which axis is passing here? Z axis is passing. This is the meaning of this one, where the axis perpendicular to the plane lamina passing through it. Which axis is perpendicular to the plane lamina? Z axis is perpendicular to the plane lamina, that is passing through this O point. Means this x and y axis are intersecting at O point. Through this point, which axis is passing here? Z axis is passing. This Z axis is perpendicular to the plane lamina. Right, this is the statement of the what is here? Statement of the perpendicular axis theorem. This statement I am writing using this mathematical form. What is this here? The moment of inertia of a plane lamina about an axis perpendicular to the plane. About an axis perpendicular to the plane means about z axis can be written as is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia of a plane lamina about two axes perpendicular to each other means the Iz means this is perpendicular to the plane can be written as sum of the moment of inertia about two axes. About two axes means about x axis and y axis. So what is I am writing Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy. They are in its own plane. These two axes are in its own plane. They are intersecting at certain point. Through this point, which axis is passing here? The axis perpendicular to the plane lamina passing through it. Right. This is here what is your statement and mathematical what is here form of the here what is here perpendicular axis theorem. This axis theorem is having the many applications. What are the applications we can see next? Right, this is means the Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy. This is mainly we can remember. Iz means what is here? This is perpendicular to the plane. Ix and Iy are means this is a moment of inertia about x and y axis. This x and y axis are lies in the plane. Means the moment of inertia about z axis can be written as sum of the moment of inertia about x axis and y axis. Right, this is here what is here statement and mathematical form of perpendicular axis theorem. Next Next theorem is parallel axis theorem. Here, what is the next theorem here? Parallel axis theorem. Perpendicular axis theorem is completed. Next, parallel axis theorem. Parallel axis theorem. Listen, what is the parallel axis theorem? Listen here, this is I am considered as a rigid body. Suppose I am taken as this is a center of mass. Through this center of mass, one axis is passing. This is center of mass I am considered. Through this center of mass, one axis is passing. About this axis, the axis passing through the center of mass. About this axis, the moment of inertia of a rigid body, I am written as a ICM. ICM is a moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis passing through the center of mass. Right, what is the ICM here? ICM means moment of inertia of a rigid body. Moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis. About an axis passing through center of mass. In the perpendicular axis theorem also, here what is here? The moment of inertia of a plane lamina about z axis I am taken as a IZ. The moment of inertia of a plane lamina about x axis I am considered as a IX. Moment of inertia of a plane lamina about y axis I am considered as a IY. Means this is a moment of inertia of a plane lamina about x axis. This is about y axis. This is about z axis. Now similarly here also I am considered moment of inertia of a rigid body. I am considered here rigid body, that I am considered the plane lamina. That is also rigid body, but it is in the form of the plane. Now, the moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis passing through its center of mass. Means the moment of inertia about this axis I am writing. The moment of inertia of a rigid body about this axis. This axis is passing through the center of mass. Now, I am considered the another axis parallel to this axis. I am taking the another axis parallel to this axis. Means the axis passing through the center of mass. Here for this parallel, I am taken as the another axis. This axis is parallel to this axis. Means about this axis, I am considered the moment of inertia I. Right. The perpendicular distance between these two axes I am considered as the R. R is the perpendicular distance between the two parallel axes. Okay. Right. Now we are writing here. I am writing here this one ICM. ICM means I am writing here moment of inertia of a rigid body. Moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis. Moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis passing through center of mass. Passing through center of mass. This is the meaning of ICM. Okay, clear. Next, what is the I? Moment of inertia of a rigid body about an any axis. About an any axis. Means about an any axis, but it is parallel to the axis passing through the center of mass. Here, this is the meaning of ICM and I. But I want to find the I here. Now, that is the perpendicular distance between these two is how much here? The perpendicular distance between these two axes is considered as a R. So the moment of inertia of a rigid body about any axis, the moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis, about any axis can be written as, here that can be written as that I can be written as, I want to find the I can be written as here what is there, ICM plus m into r square, m into r square. Means I is equal to ICM plus mr square. M is called as a mass of the rigid body, r is called as a perpendicular distance between the two parallel axes. Right, means I is equal to ICM plus mr square. Here I, we know that the moment of inertia of a rigid body about any axis, we can consider the any axis, but that is parallel to this axis. That is main condition. Moment of inertia of a rigid body about any axis, but that axis is parallel to axis passing through the center of mass. That moment of inertia of a rigid body about any axis can be written as, here what is here, ICM means sum of the moment of inertia. Sum of the moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis passing through center of mass, and product of the mass of the rigid body and perpendicular distance between two parallel axes. Perpendicular distance between the two parallel axes. This is the meaning of this one. I is equal to ICM plus mr square. What is m? M is called as a mass of the body. What is r here? R is the perpendicular distance between the two parallel axes. Right. Now I am writing the, here this is a mathematical form. What is the mathematical form here? I is equal to ICM plus mr square. I is equal to ICM plus mr square. This is a mathematical form of, what is here? Mathematical form of parallel axis theorem. Right, what is the statement I am writing here? Listen, now I am writing the statement using this formula. The moment of inertia of a, the moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis. The moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis, about an any axis, you can write like this also. The moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis is equal to the sum of the, here what is here, sum of the moment of inertia of a, sum of the moment of inertia of a rigid body about parallel axis, about parallel axis, about this axis, this is a parallel axis, about parallel axis passing through center of mass. That parallel axis is passing through center of mass. The moment of inertia of a rigid body about any axis means about this axis, is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia of a rigid body about parallel axis passing through center of mass. About parallel axis passing through center of mass means about this axis ICM, and sum, here sum means what is here, I am writing here sum of ICM plus mr square, means and product of mass of the body, means mass of the rigid body, product of mass of the body and perpendicular distance between two parallel axes. Right, this is a statement of the what is here parallel axis theorem. Means the moment of inertia about any axis can be written as sum of the moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis passing through the center of mass, and product of the mass of the body and square of the perpendicular distance between, here listen, square of the perpendicular distance between, I am writing here once again, square of the perpendicular distance, r square. What is the r square meaning? Square of the perpendicular distance between, square of the perpendicular distance between two parallel axes. Okay, right, once again I am explaining this one. Here I means the moment of inertia of a rigid body about any axis, that is the meaning of I. The moment of inertia of a rigid body about any axis, that is the meaning of I here, is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia of a rigid body about parallel axis. About parallel axis. For this axis is parallel. About parallel axis passing through center of mass. Passing through center of mass means this is the meaning of ICM. And product of mass of the body, and square of the perpendicular distance between the two parallel axis means r square. What is the r square meaning here? Square of the perpendicular distance between two parallel axes. The perpendicular distance between the two parallel axes is r. So I am writing r square. This is a, here I is equal to ICM plus mr square is a mathematical form of parallel axis theorem. This is a statement. The moment of inertia of a rigid body about any axis, can be written as is equal to the sum of the moment of inertia of a body about parallel axis passing through the center of mass, and product of the mass of the body and square of the perpendicular distance between the what is here parallel axis. Means what is here? I is equal to ICM plus mr square. Means I is a about any axis, ICM is a about the parallel axis passing through the center of mass, plus m is the mass of the body, r is the what is here perpendicular distance between the two parallel axes. R square means square of the perpendicular distance between two parallel axes. So mathematical form is I is equal to ICM plus mr square. Right, I meaning is I written here moment of inertia of a rigid body about any axis. Here ICM meaning is moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis passing through center of mass. This axis is what is here? This axis is parallel to this axis. That is compulsory. The perpendicular distance between these two axes is r. Okay, right. This is here parallel axis theorem. Right. Remember this one. These two are very very important theorems. Many applications of these theorems are there. Just you can remember the mathematical form. Using this mathematical form, you can write the here what is the statement. Suppose in the asking in the examination. But very very important is mathematical form. Right. Next we will discuss the moment of inertia of a. Yeah, today we will discuss the some bodies. Next class we will discuss the another some bodies here. Moment of inertia of a some regular shaped bodies. Some bodies here regular shaped bodies. Right. First of all, I am finding the derivation for one body. Similarly, I am writing all the bodies moment of inertia directly. But in the examination, they are asking only formula. They are not asking the derivations. Just I will show for one body. Remaining, I am writing directly. Okay. Listen. First of all, here first body I am consider a thin rod of moment of inertia of some regular shaped bodies I am discussing here. First of all, a thin rod of length n. For this I am making the derivation. Remaining I am writing directly. A thin rod of length n. First, axis also important here. First of all, we will about the axis also. Which axis I am consider? That is very very important. Now, about an axis. The moment of inertia of a thin rod about an axis passing through. About an axis passing through center of mass. I am directly CM. CM means center of mass. Okay. About an axis passing through center of mass. About an axis passing through center of mass and perpendicular to its length. Perpendicular to its length. Perpendicular to its length. First of all, I am discussing this one. Listen here. Now, this is I am considered the one rod. Or I am taking here. This is I am considered the rod here. Rod. I am considered the rod here. This rod is having the length is L. Total length of the rod is L. Right. This is I am considered the one rod. Thin rod I am considered. This rod is having the length is L. The mass of the rod also I am considered as a M. M is the mass of the rod. Capital M is the mass of the rod. Right. I want to find the moment of inertia about an axis passing through center of mass. The center of mass of this rod having the length L means it is always lies at the middle. Middle means the center of mass is lies at the middle. About an axis passing through center of mass and perpendicular to its length. Here this axis is passing through the center of mass perpendicular to its length. This is a length is there. This is perpendicular. Means this is axis passing through the center of mass perpendicular to its length. Means I want to find the moment of inertia about this axis. Axis is very, very important here. About this axis, I want to find the moment of inertia. Right, this is dividing into two parts here. This is becomes to be L by 2. Now, means it is center of mass exactly lies at the middle. So, this length is dividing here L by 2, comma L by 2. Okay, up to this one is understand here. Here L is the length of the rod. M is the mass of the rod. Now, I want to find the moment of inertia about an axis passing through center of mass. About an axis passing through the center of mass. This is the center of mass I am considered. Passing through center of mass and perpendicular to its length. This is perpendicular to its length. About this axis I want to find the moment of inertia. First, for this I am making the derivation. Remaining I am writing directly. Listen carefully. First of all, I am writing here L length rod is having the mass is M. Means total L length rod is having the mass M. Means L units of length mass is capital M. Means totally L units length. Means totally L length of rod is having the mass is M. This is the meaning of this one. L unit of length mass capital M. L unit of length mass is capital M. L unit I am considering. L unit means L length. Next, 1 unit of length mass is equal to how much? This is simply 5 pence cost is 10 rupees means 1 pen cost. How can we find here? 5 pence cost is 10 rupees. 1 pen cost means how much here? Generally we are making here 10 by 5 is equal to 2. Similarly here also L length is having the mass is M. 1 unit length mass is how much here? M by L. Can understand this one using this. 5 pence cost is 10 rupees means 1 pen cost means 10 by 5 we are making. L length mass is M means 1 unit length mass is M by L. Similarly listen. 1 pen cost is 2 rupees means 2 pen cost means how we are making here? 2 into 2 is equal to 4. Similarly, I am consider the here one small element. This rod is I am dividing into small elements like this. I am showing here. This rod is there. This rod I am dividing into small elements like this. From this end to this end. This end to this end. Each having the length is I am consider the dx. Each small part is having the length is the dx. Okay, clear? It is dividing into the small parts. Each part is having the length is the dx. Suppose I am consider one small element or small part that is having the here what is here length is the dx. That is having the length is how much here dx. Yeah, that is I am showing here the length is of the length of the small part I am consider as a dx. Now length is the dx, that is x distance from the axis of rotation. How much distance is there here? X distance from the axis of rotation. How much distance is there here? X distance from the axis of rotation. Now small part I am consider the dx. That dx is how much distance is there from the here what is here from the this axis or the axis passing through the center of mass. Now what is here from the x distance from the what is here axis. Here from the axis how much distance is there? X distance is there. I am showing here clearly. This is I am consider the small part dx. Now this is axis is passing through the center of mass. Now this distance is how much here? X distance from the axis. Now this is small element having the length is dx, means dx unit of length mass. L unit of length mass is m, 1 unit of length mass is m by L. Dx unit of length mass is what is coming here? Here 1 pen cost is 2 rupees, means 2 pen cost is 2 into 2. 2 into 2 is equal to 4. Similarly 1 unit length mass is m by L. Dx unit length mass is how much we are getting here? M by L into dx. We multiply with the dx. Right, we can understand like this. Right, m by L into dx. Means 1 unit having the mass is 1 unit of length is having the mass is m by L. Dx unit of length is having the mass is m by L into dx. Right, dx unit of length of mass we are getting here m by L into dx. Now I want to find the moment of inertia, total moment of inertia of this rod. How to find the total moment of inertia of this rod is equal to can be written as the total moment of inertia of this rod. We can find the formula. We know that this is a continuous mass distribution, or this is continuous rod is a continuous mass distribution is there. So we are using the formula. We know that here integration dm into r square. Integration dm into r square, general formula. Now in the place of the mass, here ICM is equal to integration of, in the place of the mass what is coming here? dm. Dx unit of length mass is equal to how much here? M by L into dx. The small element of mass we are getting here m by L into dx. And distance of this small element, distance of the small element from the axis is how much here? X. That is perpendicular distance. I am writing here x square. Means here dx unit of length of mass, that is I am considered as the dm. Dm is equal to what we are getting here? M by L into dx. The distance of this small element is how much here? X from the axis. Here that's the reason I am taken as x square. So what is we are getting here? But limits. But total moment of inertia of a rod is required. This rod is I am dividing. Listen here clearly. This I am dividing the small parts like this. We are dividing the small parts from, this is plus L by 2. Plus L by 2 distance to minus L by 2 distance. This L by 2 is taken as a minus. Suppose this is I am considered the axis is considered as the origin, means this becomes to be minus L by 2, this is becomes to be plus L by 2. This is I am dividing the small elements from this end to this side. Totally I am dividing the small elements. Total rod is I am dividing into small elements. That's the reason we are integrating from plus L by 2 to minus L by 2. Why taking the limits of plus L by 2 and minus L by 2 means this is along the negative x axis, so minus L by 2. This is along the positive x axis, plus L by 2. So I am taking the limits here minus L by 2 to plus L by 2. Okay, this is I am writing this one. Once again listen clearly. Now we are consider the one rod. Rod is having the length is L. Here about this axis I want to find the moment of inertia. About this axis I want to find the moment of inertia. The axis is passing through the center of mass perpendicular to its length. Here this axis passing to the center of mass means this is exactly lies at the middle. So rod is dividing into two parts. One is becomes to be L by 2, another also becomes to be L by 2. Clear up to this one. Now we are this total rod is I am dividing into the small elements. Each element is having the length is dx. That element, one element I am consider that is having the length is dx. That is how much distance from the axis here? X distance from the this axis. So L unit of length is having the total, this rod is having the length is L, having the mass is capital M. So L unit of length is having the mass is M. 1 unit of length mass is M by L. Suppose 5 pen cost, we know that 10 rupees means 1 pen cost means 10 by 5. 5 pence cost is 10 rupees means 1 pen cost means 10 by 5. Similarly, L unit length of mass is M. 1 unit of length mass is equal to what is here? M by L. Dx unit of length mass is equal to what is here? 1 pen cost is M. 1 pen cost is 2 rupees means 2 pen cost means we can make 2 into 2. Similarly, 1 unit of length mass is M by L. Dx unit of length mass is M by L into dx. We multiply with dx. This is I am taken as a dm. Small mass dm. So we know that here moment of inertia for continuous mass distribution formula ICM is equal to integration dm into r square. In the place of the dm, M by L into dx. This is a mass of the small element. Mass of the small element is M by L into dx. Mass of the small element having the length is how much here? Dx. Its mass is M by L into dx. Here how much distance from the axis is there? X distance from the axis. So that is I am taken as a x square. Here r square formula is there. So I am writing here x square. So I am getting as a ICM is equal to, now M by L taking outside, remaining is x square dx. That limits are taken from minus L by 2 to plus L by 2. Right. Why taking the minus L by 2 to plus L by 2 means here totally these small elements I am dividing from this end to this end. This from the axis, this end distance is L by 2, this end distance also L by 2. This is taken as a positive, this is taken as a negative. Suppose this axis passing to the center of mass I am taken as origin means this is a plus L by 2, this is minus L by 2. So taking the limit minus L by 2 to plus L by 2. So what is we are getting here? Moment of inertia ICM is equal to integration of x square. We know that here integration of x power of n dx is equal to x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. Integration of x cube dx is equal to what we are getting here? X to the power of 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 is equal to x to the x square dx is required. X square dx is equal to x to the power of 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 is equal to what we are getting here? X cube by 3. Right, here x square dx is required. So in the place of the n 2 is there, 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 is equal to x cube by 3. So what is I am writing from this formula here? M by L into integration of x square. Integration of x square is equal to here x cube by 3. Right. Next this is I am writing from minus L by 2 to plus L by 2. Okay. Now ICM is equal to here M by 3L. 3 also taking outside. Remaining what will be there here? X cube. Here what is here? Minus L by 2 to plus L by 2. Here 3 is a constant taking outside. M by 3L x cube plus L by 2 to minus L by 2. Now I am writing here. Now ICM is equal to we are getting here M by 3L. First I am substituting upper limit. Upper limit is equal to substituting this one L square by 8 we are getting. L cube by 8 we are getting. L cube by 8 means here what is here? L by 2 whole cube. L by 2 whole cube means L cube by 2 to the power 2 cube is equal to 8. L cube by 8. Here minus of, or you can write like this also. You can understand clearly. L by 2 whole cube minus of minus L by 2 whole cube. In between put the minus. Again this is having the minus means minus L by 2 whole cube. So what is we are getting here? ICM is equal to M by 3L. ICM is equal to we are getting here M by 3L. Now this is we are getting here, this is L cube by 8. Here L cube by 8. Now this is minus of, here what is here? Minus L cube by 8. Okay, minus of minus L cube by 8. Now what is we are getting here? ICM is equal to what is here? Moment of inertia passing through the center of mass. ICM is equal to what is here? M by 3L. What is here? This is L cube by 8 plus L cube by 8. Okay, L cube by 8 plus L cube by 8. Now I am writing here, this value is equal to ICM is equal to, what is we are getting here? M by 3L into 2L cube by 8. 2 ones are 2 fours are. Okay, now what is here? ICM is equal to, here what is here? M by 3L into L cube by 4. Here this L cancel. Okay, now what is we are getting here? ML square by 2. Right, this is a moment of inertia of a thin rod of length L about an axis passing through center of mass perpendicular to its length. What we are getting here? ICM is equal to ML square by 12. Right, ICM is equal to ML square by 12. This is we are getting the moment of inertia. Right, once again listen here. ICM is equal to minus L by 2 to plus L by 2 M by L into dx into x square. This is a mass of the small element. Now what is here? M by L into, here M by L is constant taking outside x square into dx. Here integration of x square is equal to x cube by 3. The limits minus L by 2 to plus L by 2. Why taking means that is dividing the small elements from plus L by 2